Sound is irrelevant. John is back. Alrighty. Oh, I plan to have fun. Star Wars Legends of the Force, Episode 3, Chapter 28, Dark Desolation. The party's attempt to split into 3 teams on the way to Korriban ran into an early snag when they discovered that the Sith ship had departed already. That team met up with Dekia and Remi aboard the Malefic's race, and upon arriving on Korriban, the group acquired vehicles to travel to the Obsidian Tower, the region of the Obsidian Tower. They discovered abandoned ruins near the tower and sent Kalani and Theodore to check it out. The ruins were old, so old that any markings had long since swept away by wind and sand. An empty feeling pervaded the place, but there was no apparent danger. As the sun set over the desert, Kalani and Theodore made their way back to the group. Now all that remains is to gather information and form a plan to infiltrate the Obsidian Tower. Okay. So, does everybody remember where we left off 2 years ago?
I do, because I rewatched the end of the video.
I remember there was a camp, or there was a place that we were at, and we were exploring, and I don't remember past that. That we had, aside from having finished whatever, looking for whatever we were looking for, I think, maybe. Or have I forgot? I don't remember where in the timeline of that.
Right. I'm here to answer all of your questions. Maybe. So, right. So, other things that happened last session. The Whisper renamed the Void Skull at the Red Death. We had, and that happened. And then Juan, Korriban, Theodore, and Lexa got in kind of a fight about who was in charge of doing stuff. Lexa wanted Theodore to not go into the Obsidian Tower. Theodore was like, the Eraser told me to, so I'm going to do that. So basically, like, I don't listen to you, I listen to the Eraser, so you're wrong. So this ruins that you guys have scattered out, it's kind of like you had kind of scattered out this what seemed like it used to probably be like a temple sort of thing, but it's dilapidated columns. There's like a altar-ish thing in there somewhere, but it's all kind of broken up. And so you had seen some of the Sith hounds, the Tukata. You had heard them in the distance, but Kalani recognized that they weren't coming very close to you guys at all. They seem to be keeping their distance, unlike the last time they were on Korriban, where they pretty much attacked as soon as night hit and found us and tried to kill us. So he scattered it out, and as far as you could tell, there was no living thing anywhere near this place, and it felt like other Sith places that felt angry or sort of like evil, and this place just felt dead, like it was just empty. and a desert that had been forgotten. And so night was setting, and you were still you were 30 minutes out from where the rest of the group was waiting for you guys to get back. So you guys decided to head back to rendezvous with them before night fell. And so we will pick up with you rendezvousing with the group. So you can guys decide whether or not you're going to try and make it back there, or you're going to stay for the night somewhere else. And you guys have conversational range. So as a reminder, so the people that are with you, Ramai and Dekia, are still on their ship because they didn't really feel the need to come with you guys. And Korriban's dangerous, so they're just like chilling out in case you guys need an escape hatch. Asaya, Ajak, the Whisperer are all with you as support NPCs. Asaya has been to the Obsidian Tower before, so she kind of knows the layout a little bit. And so that's sort of the setup. Sound familiar to everybody?
So now we're all back at the makeshift camp we created, and we're just kind of like making a plan. You guys had, so you're taking your speeder bikes to a distance, but then you wanted to kind of scout out quietly the temple place. So you just sent Kalani and Theodore there to check it out. Right. And now they're coming back. So you guys, I don't know if you guys were going to make a camp. So if you guys were going to make a camp where you were, you do that.
Wasn't it that we were sent to scout the camp out?
Yeah, but we were planning on using the ruins as like a base camp, sort of, because it's pretty close by to the Obsidian Tower. So that's, yeah. So you guys make it back. So you and Kalani travel in this unease, and as you get farther away from the ruins, it gets a little bit that sense of goes away a little bit. But it's also a desert. The desert's on Korriban, so that doesn't really go away. So you guys make it back to the group without incident. I don't know. So, Jarat, Alexa, what have you guys been doing while waiting for this scouting party to get back?
I mean, Jarat and Alexa don't know each other, so probably awkwardly avoiding. At least Lexus probably is. Just like, cool. Got left with the Jedi here. That's cool. Yeah, a blind Jedi. This is cool. Actually, let's see. I got my inventory. I was thinking. That's right. You need to figure out how does Amir Luca see Lexa in the forest?
He's sort of like a. You're used to like the strongest force feeling like in the center of somebody. It feels like she's hollow in the force. Like she has the force, like you feel the force in her, but like in the center is this sort of void emptiness that feels very much like how a droid is. They're just like an object. She has a presence of force, but it's kind of weird because you're used to the strongest points being in the center of someone's body, and it is not that. It is the opposite of that. It's more concentrated up towards her head a little bit, but yeah, the inside it looks hollow. Feels hollow. Looks, however you want to describe how Amir Luca actually see.
Okay.
That's specifically for his race or for all Force users?
They're more in tune with, like, I mean, they see through the Force because they're blind, so they
don't have
it's
eyes.
A lot easier for them to see things. Yeah, so they don't have eyes at all. So if you rolled high enough in the Force, like if you were there, it would feel pretty similar to that. It's not readily apparent if you're not paying that much attention, but the Amir Luca, that's how they roll. So
So while he's doing that, I wanted to kind of use my comm unit in conjunction with my data pad to see if I could pick up on any communications that are happening in the Obsidian Tower, to see if I can listen in on anything or pick up on anything that's going on.
So you're trying to eavesdrop on the Obsidian Tower?
Kind of, but not quite yet. I first wanted to see if because before I do any hacking, I just first want to see if there's any transmissions going out from the Obsidian Tower, and just I'm trying to do the bare minimum before I go into anything that can get me detected. So I'm just trying to get an idea of how much activity is going on. You know, kind of like if there's any transmissions at all coming from the Obsidian Tower. Obviously, I think it's more advanced than radio waves in Star Wars, but you know what I mean.
So, what are you using? What are you using to try and detect this?
Well, so I have an internal comm unit and my data pad, so I'm just kind of linking the two together.
I think it's a matter of not whether you can pick it up, but decrypting it.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to attempt that right now. I just want to even see if there's transmissions coming.
Yeah, give me a use computer check then. Yes. Yeah.
Coming to or from, just if there's any activity. Yeah, come on, be bigger. I can't hit the little buttons.
Can't hit the little buttons. They're not that little. Just zoom in.
I'm trying. It won't let me. I'm just gonna roll here and add the bonus. I can see my character sheet. That's all I need. Did you roll for me? Don't roll for me, GM. I can do it. 17 plus 19. Math.
Yeah, no, you can. Yeah, yes, you detect signals coming from the vicinity of the It's not. You're picking up like pieces of stuff, so you can tell. But there's kind of like some rocky places. It's not like a straight shot, so it's kind of. And they're not sending it on planet that much, so you're picking up pieces of stuff. So there is stuff happening over by the Obsidian Tower. There are transmissions.
Does it seem fairly is there a lot of transmissions, or are we talking like maybe one or two every couple of minutes, every couple of hours?
How much do you know about how much a lot is?
I mean, I'm a bounty hunter. I assume spying on people is part of my gig. And I've been on Coruscant, so...
Yeah, so... so... It's probably got... it's from the amount of fragments you're picking up, and you're pretty sure they're not going to places on Korriban, and you're just catching, like, weak fragments of stuff because they're beaming it out into space. But it seems like it's basically like a continuous stream of communication.
But it doesn't seem internal. It all seems like it's external, out of Korriban.
Like a lot of it seems like. Yes.
Okay. You said that it's being distorted by the rocks above and around me.
Well, you're sitting. It's because since they're shooting it up, and you're trying to catch it across. Like
think of it like satellite transmissions.
So it's not strong. It's
between a satellite dish and a satellite.
Do I think if I went higher, it'd be easier to get the fragments?
Yeah. If you went higher, it'd be easier to get better, but you're still not going to get rates because it's a tight data stream up into space.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, so quick question, did we make it back?
What? I am doing information, yes. Unless you make curious as though I look funny, in which case, rude. wasn't going to ask. I assured him it was a traumatic event. That seems like a very, very difficult birth defect. I have a lot of cybernetics. A lot of work done. Bounty hunter, mostly. That's part of the gig. Anyway, I've noticed a lot of these transmissions as I've been spying on them. Most of them seem to be out into space, which tells me that I don't think there's a lot of communication going on internally on the planet, which may mean that they're operating mostly on their own. I'm wondering how much of a risk it would be to just see if I can gain any minor transmission, something that's not heavily encrypted, by going a little bit higher and maybe trying to get more. But the risk would be if I got caught, not only would they know someone was spying on them, but they could trace it right back here. What do you mean by that? I mean, there's nothing for us to do otherwise. That could be fun. Sure. Maybe we should go. Maybe we should take one of the speeders. Well, I don't want to go too far away from camp in case they get back. Wait, are there any? Messiah and Ajax are with us, right? In the camp?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right.
And the Wisp there.
I'm trying to remember who's all here. I just thought that Gerard and I were here, and I was like, we're going to be... That's right, we have 3 NPCs.
Yeah, so we haven't gotten back yet. That's right.
No, this is what they were doing when you guys were scouting.
We could take one of the speeders and go a little bit further out and away so that if something went wrong, they at least wouldn't be able to come back here. Why not? We need all the information we can get, and I've never been flown in the air 90 feet before. Well, I did once, but I was falling. Wasn't pleasant. Anyway, that's comforting. I go find Ajax. Hey.
It's not difficult to find him.
I tap on his shoulder.
Turns around, looks at you.
Gerard and I are going to see if we can tap into their communications, see what we can learn, but I don't want to do that here. Yes, I don't want to do it here because I don't want it to get traced back to us, so we're going to go a little bit further out. We'll be careful.
Yeah, so are we staying here for the night, or are we going forward? Because it looks like it's going to be getting dark soon.
Yeah, I don't think staying here would be the wisest decision. Perhaps the 3 of you could maybe look around and scan for anything that would be a better location while we're gone. Just stay here so that everyone can come back. Can I lean in a little bit closer so that the Whisperer can't hear? And don't trust her.
Have fun. Right, time to find a base camp. Base camp is the best. All right, let's do this.
I turn around and I get on the speeder, and Gerard and I will go. I don't know. Probably. I don't know. What's a good distance? Do you think? Maybe 10 miles away. On the speeder, we can do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be far at all.
Yeah.
Totally doable.
Probably go 10 minutes out.
All right, so
in a fairly clear area, like as some place where there's not as many tall rocks.
okay, so you go out, you find a spot that's kind of more like open area, part of the desert. So you're just kind of out in the middle of this, kind of what you get the feeling probably may have been at one point in the planet's long history a lake of some sort. It's kind of got it's super flat. It's got some cracked earth on it. So you find that spot. Yeah, you go for about 10 minutes ish, give or take. The rest of the group, the NPCs, start looking around for a sheltered area that's defensible. So they go off and do that. So it's about the sun is starting to get pretty low, but it hasn't gone completely down yet. So do what you will.
Is there like, I don't know, on these speeders, is there maybe like a dark colored blanket or something packed away somewhere on it? Or cloth or something?
There is not. There is nothing. There is just a speeder.
I look over at Durat and I say, you know, if you're going to lift me 90 feet into the air, someone could look and see that. You could probably hide behind a rock, but someone could see me if I was wearing something darker or covered. That would be appreciated. I didn't know I was arguing hard. That's one of my lighter
Shot
ones.
by
But anyway.
anti-artillery weapons.
Anti-ship weapons.
All right, so so give me a move object roll, Barry.
This will be fun.
You succeeded. All right. So you pick her up, and you get lifted up in the air.
I go to space.
You're basically Superman. To try and get over to try and get better intelligence on this screaming
I'm gonna
stuff.
Superman
Okay,
it.
so
As she lifts me, I will Superman it like this.
Oh boy! All right, so you're Superman wearing a Jedi robe that is definitively too big for you. So you're flying into the sky. So as you get up, you can kind of see a little bit more of the layout of the land, and there's rocks kind of off to the sides where this lake bed area is. You can kind of make out in the distance where you think you've left everybody else. You can't really, that high. Yeah, so you can kind of make out where you think the Obsidian Tower is coming from. Yeah, so it's kind of coming up over the horizon. Can you lift for 90 feet? Yeah. So you can see more of the lay of the land, and it's a lot of the same, like just rocks, desert. Give me a perception check. Or if you're not paying attention to your surroundings, then don't give me a perception check.
No, I would be looking. Also, my perception sucks, but whatever. It always sucks. That is my character. That is my player trait. 14.
Oh boy. Okay. So you see rocks and desert, and it looks all the same to you. All right. So you're just trying to intercept more transmissions, bigger pieces of things.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start slow, and I'm just gonna try and tap into something. So like something that seems easy to tap into. Like nothing that's. I'm gonna kind of comb through the transmissions. Just something basic. I don't know, like if someone's streaming, space Netflix in the Obsidian Tower, just like some kind of transmission that would be easy to get into. To start somewhere low and work my way up. I just want to see what their base level of security is.
Okay. So you're getting fragments and you're trying to figure out what's encrypted and what's not. And you're looking and Gerard's down there like, what the heck is taking her so long? And you're still looking for something, and you can't, like, you're going through. You're like, somebody's got to be doing something that's not super heavily encrypted. You would be wrong. You cannot find a single transmission that is not really heavily encrypted. So that is, you want to know what the base level of encryption is? You think you're pretty confident that you have discovered it.
Wow. Someone really doesn't know that. Want other people to know that they're watching Stranger Things on there in the tower right now. Okay. Well, I'm already up here, so let's just pick a transmission and go for it. Let's see. I have force points. We can do this. It'll be fun.
I mean, there really shouldn't be any risk in as long as you're just picking up transmissions and not, sending out signals.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and just gonna hack into a signal. I don't know if there's a way I can choose or if it's just random, but I'm gonna pick one and just go for it. See if I can see what they're talking about.
So you're trying to decrypt the signal?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Well, that would be sad. Actually, I hope they are, because then I won't be as worried about breaking it. Clearly, anyone can watch that in a Sith tower. Maybe not the best card. But anyway. Let's do this thing. What do I roll, GM? Nope, you're not tech savvy. You're force savvy.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just do the rolly things.
What do you want me to roll?
That would be a use computer check for sure.
Okay.
Oh, did you take R1S with you?
No, I left him with Ajax. 8 plus 19.
What is that?
30. 8 plus 36?
No, you said it was plus 19.
Right, no, sorry. Yes.
That'd be a 27.
27. Yeah, we're going to use a force point.
27.
Force point is
27 is what you
3d6,
got.
right? It's 3d6, right?
Yes, 3d6.
Some people it's D8.
5.
31.
Add-
So that's
add
30.
five to that.
No, so that's a 32. 32. Yeah, no, you try to break in. You try to decrypt the transmission. Yeah, nothing. It sounds like garbled nonsense to you.
Do I feel like I've been detected?
No, you don't feel like you've been detected because it's just transmissions and you're picking it up and no, yeah.
Okay.
Are they going to orbitally bombard the camp?
No, just space laser comes. Kaboom! What happened to Alexa? She got incinerated by a space laser.
Okay, so I can't cut into the transmissions. So then I'm thinking maybe there's a way I can piggyback off of them and just listen to anything outgoing. So I want to try and tie my internal comm unit and piggyback over to try and just hear what they're saying and not anything incoming, but just anything being said.
Yeah, there's no way you can do that wirelessly.
Dang it.
Like, the transmissions are getting sent out, but there's not a path for you to get in. You don't have wireless capabilities that are that good. That's not gonna work.
You lack the signal strength.
So as you're up there thinking about what to do, and Giraffe's just like, so the sun starts going down, it's getting pretty low, and you hear some speeder bikes kind of whirring off in the distance, and you're thinking like, oh, the scouting party probably is headed back.
Okay, the last thing I want to try is to send a transmission to the tower.
No! No!
As the turbo lasers rain down on our position. Okay, what are you sending, and how are you sending? What are you doing?
So basically I want to send some kind of like virus thing. And I want to send something that's
how computers work?
Hey, yes, I do. I want to send basically something that's like, hey, you won one free trip to Rishi. Just accept, here, put on your social security number and stuff. I want to send something like that. See if I can just get some moron on the email to do it. So I need to send something kind of like trash or spam mail, basically, to try and get in that way. See if anyone responds to it.
Okay, yeah, you can send that. Okay.
I have a high deception. Maybe that'll work.
All right, so you're just beaming that in the direction of the Obsidian Tower.
Sure, I want to try and cover my tracks.
All right, yeah.
Myself
you do not need to roll for that. That is 100% a doable thing. So you do that.
But I want.
Wait.
You
don't hear. Nothing happens.
Well, not right away. But I want to keep my tracks down, and then I want to try and roll something to like.
What are you trying to accomplish by doing this?
Basically, I am trying to trick somebody into giving me information that will let me in. So either to open the email and let me in that, because you just said I don't have a way in because I have to physically be there. But if someone lets me into their wireless network, then I can get in. So if I have a password or something that lets me get in, that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to trick somebody to let me in.
Basically, you want a Trojan horse virus that will unlock their security for you.
So you're putting spyware on this message is what you're trying to do. Okay, if you're putting spyware, you have to roll a use computer check.
Yes, that is what I'm trying to do. Look,
I have a question. Will they be able to notice what direction the signal that this message came from? And pinpoint it with laser accuracy?
I'm excited.
I don't want this trip wasted, so...
So
8 plus 4
so that's
is
a
12.
30. That's a 30. The 31.
Yes.
I'm excited about this plan.
John's like, popcorn, baby! Oh my goodness, this is... Alright, hang on a sec. I need to pull up stats here. Please hold.
Look, I assume even super secret spy bases can't spam email. It's not
But
that
from the middle of the desert 5 miles away?
Well, I'm hopeful that I can maybe.
It's slightly. It's more than 5 miles away.
Because I don't I have a hacking data pad. I have one of the more advanced. I have a really good data pad. So I'm like, I can probably keep my signal hidden if I don't do anything too stupid.
Well, maybe if you specified bouncing it back to the spaceport and then through transmission.
It's already too late. She sent it already.
There's a scene in one of the more recent Die Hard movies where the guy, Justin Long, he sends the bad guys like a bazillion dating site ads to hog up resources on their network or whatever.
But he's using a brick like spam.
That is a great idea. That is the spam email I sent. It's a dating app thing. I'm counting on some lonely hearts here. That's even better.
There you go. Yeah, one of them things.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That wouldn't work with one single pad.
That is. Yeah. Lexa does not have the capability of setting up that level of attack on her data pad.
For that level of DDoS attack against a military installation, you would need thousands of computers.
Take your metagaming and get out.
Let me load the stats. Oh my goodness. I just want to roll the. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. I'll just make up stats and then I'm gonna roll. Okay. So the used computer, that was for how good the spyware was. Also gave me a persuade roll for how persuasive the message was.
Can it be deception? Because I'm trying to deceive someone. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I guess it can be deception. Yes, it can be a deception check.
Okay. Why am I rolling so poorly? 4 plus 17.
Wait,
I'm gonna add a force point to that.
17. Okay.
So that's 21 plus 5 to 26.
$21, you say?
26.
But you rolled a 4 plus
17. Plus 5, but plus a force point, which was 5.
Okay.
Look, at least no one can say I didn't try.
This is because level crazy.
Yeah, this is. I'm not sure.
I mean, this is the far end of because level crazy too.
Okay. So your transmission gets received, and you're in the You're on this system. What are you gonna try and do?
Okay. I didn't think this far ahead because I didn't think it would work. Let's see. I don't know. Let's just see it. Let's just see what's. Is the transmission's the most heavily encrypted thing, or are there other things that might be a bit easier to get into? Like maybe some door passwords.
You can look for those.
Yeah, let's look for some door passwords.
Give me a technology check.
Wait,
Technology check. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Plus 9. 223.
So you're in, and you're looking, and there's nothing. There's the door password stats extra. So you're looking around, and you're looking in the file directories, and there's nothing on this computer. And you realize that, boom, your link gets terminated.
Darn it! Someone found me. Dang it! I had one shot. Well, I learned nothing.
So with your knowledge of technology, and you're thinking that there's probably a buffer system in place to prevent malware from infecting the entire system.
Yeah.
So it's not even you had access to the machine. The machine was connected to nothing else. There was nothing else on the machine other than receiving transmissions.
Okay. So it's a closed network then?
You're feeling like it's probably mostly a closed network, yes. The computer wasn't connected to it.
I learned something.
You did in fact learn something.
Now,
Alrighty, so
other
now
party
it's
members already knew this.
Their extraplanetary transceiver is run by a dedicated, isolated computer network.
Yeah, so if we take that out, if we take that out, then they might not be able to receive transmissions or send them. So I learned something, guys. I accomplished a thing. We can go home now.
All right, you guys go home. All right, so you guys get back. The other part of the group gets back at the same time. You're all back. The sun is setting. It is getting very dark, and the winds are still swooping over everything. So, what are you guys talking about when you guys get back?
Okay, so what did we find when we were scouting?
So Eagle, so you found abandoned temples, buildings, stuff. There were a couple other buildings that were in more disrepair, like there's just like a couple of columns and stuff left. The building that was mainly in place looked kind of like it had some pillars. There's an altar-y thing. Some of the pillars were falling over. There was some shelter, so some of the roof was still in place, so there was some shelter there. And there was nothing living anywhere remotely near that at all.
And dark side stuff?
Well, it felt really, instead of like an angry sort of vibe, it was like a desolate, sort of dead feeling. That's not typical of...
Well, could be worse, so...
I just imagined as soon as...
You guys get back.
When Bezek said, I don't remember anything, I just imagined Theodore walking back, be like, yeah, what did we do? I know. We scouted. I don't remember what we found. Oh, thanks. That's helpful.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys are all back at camp.
It's been a long time, guys.
Yeah, so Ajax and Messiah and the Whisperer have sort of set up camp against the cliff face. It's like kind of like a little overhanging spot, so you can kind of be hidden from above view. And they put the speeder bikes underneath as best as they can, but facing outward for quick getaways. And they're kind of just sitting on rocks, waiting for you guys to show back up.
So, from what I found in looking at those transmissions, it seems like it's a closed network. They don't receive a lot of information from the planet itself, which makes me think that maybe it's a little bit more of an isolated operation. Most of the transmissions are beamed out into space.
So do I hear that as I walk up to the group?
I thought we were all in the group together. That's why I was.
Oh, we've already.
Yeah, you're all
already started. Okay.
Yeah, you pretty much showed up.
So my thinking, my thinking is with a closed network, it could be fairly easy to damage or prevent their communication for a time. Also, it seemed pretty easy to send them a transmission. So if we wanted to send either information
how do you know that they have a closed network?
Not important. The important thing is that I figured it out.
No, it's very important.
It's really... I sent some spam mail. It's fine. It worked.
Everyone in the speeders.
What?
They can find us from that.
I was careful.
Yeah, Ajax moving like... Yeah, no, I agree with Teddy Bear.
Look, I know that
Theodore's already packing things into the speeders.
I thought we were moving. I thought that was the point of you guys doing the things. I told you I was going to go do this.
Yes, but we need to do it now.
Whatever, fine. Anyway, it's a closed network, I say as I help them start packing things up too. So I'm thinking it was also fairly easy to send them a transmission. So if we wanted to use that as a distraction point, we could send them something to get them maybe to come out of their tower and come look for us, or we could possibly maybe gem up their comms unit by setting up some sort of large device. Obviously, I can't do that with my datapad, but we do still have Dekia and
high security installation. When anything starts going, we're probably going to go.
Well, obviously we wouldn't do this until we were ready to go. I'm just saying we have options. We do. If it's a closed network system, it would be easier to jam or destroy or whatever we need to do to stop them from communicating once we.
All right, so everybody's getting in the speeders. Ajax, like, so you, Theodore, was Kalani? Was that location good?
Yep, seemed good to me.
Okay, so we're going to the location then. Is if they track
Can
you,
anyone
they're gonna be
actually
over here,
understand
not
what
over there.
Bezak's saying with that voice?
No,
I understand.
90% of the time. 90% of the time, I can understand what he's saying.
90%'s not bad.
No, not really. Okay. So does anybody have any objections to moving to the new place?
No. I honestly thought that that's what I meant by find us a place. I'm gonna go hack into their transmissions. I thought that was I thought I was being more clear, but apparently I should have been more clear.
Find us a place. They were already finding that. We weren't finding a place. They were scouting the place, like the singular place.
I thought that when I said gonna go do thing going to be highly detectable, also find us a place. I thought that I should have been more clear. That's what I thought I was communicating.
Seemed.
But they were
more-
already doing that. Seemed excessive. Anyway. Alright, so you're all traveling on your speeder bikes closer to the tower. Is we're the hobbits, and so the closer we are to danger, the further we are from harm. So you're heading there, and you're all getting like this feeling of emptiness, except Lex is kind of getting any feeling of emptiness, but not really, a little bit.
I'm an empty soul inside, so you know.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Theodore is like demanding people look into the sky and try and watch for any approaching ships.
Yeah, well, Ajax, I have a night vision in my helmet. Fine, like I'll be able to see anything. We're good.
Also, I have night vision, period, so yes.
Okay, so yeah, you guys go. Anybody want to roll any perception checks?
Can someone roll for me?
I will roll as well.
I think I might want a first point on that.
You know what your bonus is?
Even with my bonus, that with my bonus that comes to 26. I want a first point. $32.
32. Okay, so who rolled what? Anybody who was using vision and rolled above a 30?
Me?
Were you not using force perception? Was Eagle not using force perception?
That was perception. But
Doesn't your force perception take the place of perception checks?
Yes,
huh?
that is how that works.
You're confusing me with the what do you call them again? Miratuka?
No, don't you have force perception? That's a talent you have, I thought. Do you not have force perception? I thought you did. Okay, anybody who's visually looking, it's really dark, but you have night vision. It's like you do not, you kind of, as you're going, you kind of see a ship with some searchlights going out in the direction that you were when you were located. Kind of like a small troop sort of transporty thing with some searchlights on it. It's going out. But it's not going towards where you are now. It kind of flew not directly overhead because you're not going directly towards it. So it's kind of like a triangle motion. So as far as you're aware, it doesn't look like they saw you. Jurat, you're feeling in the force. You feel some dog-like Sith creatures that are kind of walking around you guys, like following you a little bit, but they didn't get really that close to you. And as you get, they were kind of following you, but they're not as fast as you. And so when you get kind of close to them, they kind of slow down still as you get closer to where you're going. And so the distance between you gets bigger, but they've also slowed down, and they kind of stop moving towards you as you get closer to the temple place that you're going.
We should take a circuit. We should not take a clear path to where we're going. We should very much take many detours and split up.
Take many detours. Anybody else up for the many detours route?
Wait, why are we taking detours? I didn't quite understand that.
Because if they get on our trail, we do not want them to catch up or follow it easily.
I mean, we don't have anywhere to go quickly, so I don't see a problem with that.
All right, so it's real dark when you get there, taking a circuitous route.
I mean, also, I don't sleep.
So what took about 30 minutes the first time takes you like an hour and a half this time. Because Theodore's being real thorough with the circuitous route. And so it's about like 10:30 at night now when you guys roll up to this place. So people who have night vision and stuff, you see kind of outlines of rocks and things out like former columns. This temple footprint seems like it was pretty decently sized. Kind of like I'm trying to figure out how to describe the size of this place. I don't know. It's not huge. It's kind of like it's about what the size of the Parthenon was. Although that's probably not that helpful for you people. And there's in Nashville there's a recreation of the Parthenon, so I have an idea of how big that is. It's about
What's that? Is that
250
the
feet
temple
long.
that was on Athens?
Yeah, it's the temple that was in Athens. Yeah, the Parthenon's in Athens.
I know roughly how much.
So it's kind of that size place. So it's got but it's mostly dilapidated. There's still some roof area left. Altar and former altar that's kind of worn away and chipped off, and you can't really make out what it was. So,
Okay,
so you guys have
what we need to
arrived
do-
at your destination.
What I think that we need to do is we need to take all of the speeders and we need to put them in a place where they are not easily visible from anywhere outside of here. and we need to make sure that we are in that place too while we rest. And no fires. We're eating cold tonight. Yes. Thoughts?
Were you trying to talk in your chipmunk voice? Because I think you've got the toggle switch reversed. It's on now. So, thoughts? Thoughts, anybody in the party? Thoughts on that course of action?
I'll take first watch. I'll wait for the next person when it's time for them to go.
Big silences.
Dora starts unpacking and moving the speeder.
While they're setting
Yeah,
up
it doesn't
camp.
take you too long to move stuff.
While they're setting up camp, I'm gonna go find some place that I can keep an eye on things, but also remain hidden.
So you want to be outside the temple, or to...
Yeah, maybe outside the temple, but still kind of, I don't know, if there's like some pillars that are knocked down where I can kind of be behind and hidden, but I can still see enough to know what's going on.
Okay, yeah, you can find a place that's kind of like a little bit raised up that you can see the temple and you can kind of see into it. You're a little bit exposed. There's not a good spot to see that's not slightly exposed. So up to you whether or not you want to take that spot.
How long does a stealth kill generator last?
How many charges do you have?
I have 1 and 3.
Okay, well, it'll last you long enough. Yeah, yes, you can do that if you desire to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hunker down somewhere where I get a good view, turn on the stealth field generator, and I will keep watch all night because I obviously need sleep. So.
Okay. All right. Anybody else doing anything before they go to sleep? Okay. You are meditating. Theodore is sleeping. Kalani is...
Considering the situation, probably meditating is probably the best idea. Yeah.
All right. So you guys are both meditating.
Theodore tries to sleep like he gets a whole bunch of like brush and stuff to put and dirt to put over his tarp thing that he sleeps under.
There is no brush. It is a desert.
Sand.
It is a rocky desert.
Oh,
it's like gravel.
California desert. Okay, that type.
Yeah, it's not nice desert. It's not like Sahara desert. It's like
you think there'd be like scrubby brush, like tiny stuff that you could pile up, but
no brush. It's all dead. There's nothing here. There's like a layers of dust and wind whistling through things. All right, so you're sleeping under. So yes, the ground is very hard. It would take a lot. Yes, and also you're inside the temple, so it would very much be a lot to do that.
He finds the most secluded corner he can to sleep.
So yeah, there's corners that still have roofs. Balu and the 3 amigos that are my NPCs will also find places to sleep. All right, so you guys. All right. So you're just chilling, Lexa. You can kind of see way off in the distance. You can kind of see the ship with the spotlight kind of circling around where you were before, and then after a couple hours, it heads back. And then, so you're sitting there, kind of eerie how quiet it is, except for the wind. And you know what, can we put on the map all the tokens where you're all situated? I know there's not a temple on the map, but we're just gonna roll with it.
Oh, also, can I have? I'm sorry, I'm gonna retcon a little bit. Can I have? Because I keep forgetting I have R1S. Can I say that I have him on the other side of the temple, also stealthed, also hidden, like maybe up on the top of the roof. Like he can climb really well, so maybe if he was up on the top of the roof and stealthed, because I can see through his eyes too, so that he was kind of view too.
Grid is really annoying. Hang on a second, let me fix that. There we go, that's better. That's much better. Okay, so everybody should be taking up one grid. I have snapping turned off. Oh, my options. I was not prepared. Snapping. There we go. I was prepared, kind of.
I got
Did
it.
indeed. Okay, so all right, so we've got Jarrat and R1S. We'll just move Kalani next to Jarrat because me. Okay, okay, then Theodore somewhere yonder. These.
I just looked now. Why is the entire board covered in grid?
Because that's how the grid works.
Well, I mean,
Not necessarily. Could eventually happen. I just want everybody on a grid so I know where everybody is. Because logistics are important.
okay, so they're going for Shialu first.
And then my music will randomly switch playing. That's cool.
Well, now YouTube's gonna be angry at us.
It was less than 2 seconds.
But you said you just
We're-
said the
we're
word.
all gonna die.
You said the dirty word.
It's too late. We're doomed.
Technically, aren't you talking about it by mentioning it?
Yes. Yep. That's definitely what's happening here.
Gray rectangle, therefore temple.
No. Yes, I didn't know why it wasn't snapping. I am upset. Just want to draw a square. There we go. That's better. There we go. I got it. There we go.
Close
I got
enough.
it. Okay, so Lex is over here. Alrighty. Theodore is off in an isolated corner all by himself. Alrighty. Okay. We have it all. Alright, so everyone is just... Uh-huh.
That is a lot.
Okay, so there is our temple. It's beautiful.
The
Best map I've ever made.
Oh wait, why do I
Right
have
there.
full health? I'm kind of asleep. I should have full health.
Oh no. I don't control that.
Do you not?
You should have full health, because you haven't gotten into any fights since you've been on Korriban, so yeah, you should have full health.
I should. My full health is 213.
Alright, so two meditating people, give me some perception checks, or use the force checks, I guess.
Wait, I thought I was the only one perceiving things. But never
They're
mind.
meditating.
Oh.
They're meditating, so they can still...
Right, because they're wackadoodles.
They're not wackadoodles, you're wackadoodles. Alright, so your watchman is like so busy looking at the ship that was tracking, she's not even looking at you guys at all. Like 0% watchman, worst watchman ever.
I am so, but I'm like literally built to be a watchman, but my perception sucks. Can R1S roll? Because he's looking at other things. Can I see the things?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know what his bonus is.
Okay, so someone roll my use the force check, I guess.
I should have him roll way more. His perception is plus 20. 25. R1S roll was 25.
Yeah,
It's also over,
because otherwise that's 25.
which is a really sad roll for plus 20.
Yeah, but it's still.
Yeah, so what's everybody's actual roll?
So 31?
I'm actually asleep, so I don't perception anything, right?
That is correct. You are asleep, you do not. Oh, so what did everybody roll?
Actually, hang on.
You rolled a 40.
Wouldn't this fall under my dark side sense? I could re-roll that, right?
Yes, yeah, you can roll.
Assuming that it, considering the situation, it's a dark side thing. So what?
Got worse, didn't it?
I'm not in that. What?
Oh yeah, I see now. Double ones.
I don't think she gets to choose. Like, doesn't she have to take the second roll?
Yeah.
All right, so Eagle perceives nothing.
R1S rolled a
Gerard
25.
rolled a 40.
This is
R1S
a rare thing
rolled
for
a 25.
Kalani.
Okay,
So
so
even
like, you're
meditation.
meditating. So you're meditating. Gerard,
maybe she actually did fall asleep.
Yeah, with that, maybe you may have just fallen asleep. So Gerard, you're meditating, kind of get like this thinking feeling in your brain for a while. And it seems to be getting closer and stronger, like this sense of like evil, because this place just seems just dead, and now you're feeling this very significant feeling that something's not going right. Lexa, you get a little beep from R1S being like, slight seismic activity detected in binary. That's what you
So
get.
then I switch over to see what he sees. Because I can see through him.
He's just looking. He's like, there's nothing is happening in the
Seismic
temple.
activity, though, he's saying.
Mhm.
Okay, now that he mentions it, I'm like, oh yeah, the ground is shaking.
You don't feel anything. Like, it's really like his sensors can pick up that there's something, but it's
Where?
not.
Where is he? On the roof?
Did you put him on the roof? I have him inside the building.
Well, then I guess he's inside the building. He's inside so he's inside and there's seismic activity inside. Does he know where it's coming from?
It feels like it's moving this direction.
I probably
Well, I get up.
to switch my Discord to tablet so I can get on Tabletop Simulator, because I think I need to know what's going on where.
I tell R1S to get in position so he can see where the seismic activity is coming from, where he thinks it's coming from, to look in that direction. And then I'm still with my stealth field generator on. I'm gonna sneak into the building and see what I can see. As I'm doing that, I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna pull out Justice.
Alrighty, Gerard, what are you doing?
Actually, no. I'll do Bloodseeker. It's gonna be some dang.
Right. So you start. You get up. You get out of your meditation, and so you as you're about to start waking people up, or when as you're looking, Lexa, you're like at the entrance, and you hear this really loud thud and like a cracking sound, and this screeching roar, and also the altar sort of gets blasted apart. Everybody in the room make a dexterity check. So Kalani, since you were So Gerard, you managed to wake up Kalani, and that's the only person you made it to. So people who are awake, roll dexterity checks. It is to evade the flying rebel. Yes. You didn't say you had your lightsaber out, and you can't deflect giant rebel with your lightsaber. So no.
You just turn it into, like, instead of a rock hitting you, it turns into magma hitting you.
You can deflect like laser AoE. You can't deflect giant boulder AoE.
It's your choice: hit with giant boulder or hit with lava.
You rolled a 9. Ooh. Kalani, what did you roll for Kalani? That's rough.
Acrobatic supply.
What'd you say, Eagle?
Supply.
Sorry, my everything is.
Testing. Would acrobatic supply?
Yes, yeah, acrobatic supplies, yes.
I'm trying to get into tabletop simulators. Yeah.
I knew it. As soon as you said activity, I knew giant Sith creatures under the temple. I didn't we check for giant Sith creatures under temples?
I don't know. You do you, man.
Yeah, I suspected like snaky
thought we
type
did.
things when the snake eyes got rolled, but I didn't suspect tremors.
It's not that movie. Kevin Bacon is not in this film.
John left. John's like, Kevin Bacon, I'm out. He's not here. I'm done.
Yeah. Sorry, no Kevin Bacon for you.
No, I want bacon.
I mean, the correct mode of being a human being is always wanting bacon.
Okay, so let that go this once.
Let what go?
Ow, my ears. Someone other than Barry, roll for me, please.
I can roll for you. Yes. Oh, it's an natural 20, Eagle.
Well, okay then.
So what did your roll end up being, Barry? What was your roll, Barry? $18? Alright, yeah, I will go with acrobatics for that. Alright.
That
So-
is my acrobatics bonus.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna say so you guys dodge and end up slightly farther away from the group. They're sort of still waking up and they hear this slam and some debris kind of lands in this general vicinity. Definitely. There's some larger chunks that are flying over there. Am I doing that maybe to sideline the players who aren't here? The player that's not here? Potentially. But also they were asleep right next to the thing, so I feel totally justified in doing so. So, Lexa, you're kind of sneaking up, like you're going to check things out. Armaness is sort of just looking around, like, and the altar basically just explodes. And there's dust, and it's nighttime, and it's really dark, real hard to see, and there's sort of this silt now. And you're hearing these shrieking roars of things. And, yeah. Hold on a second. So, from the depths of my brain not functioning properly. Captain Steve.
There's more than one.
So,
I've
might be
terrorized
Did you
I've
not?
terrorized my own players with these creatures. This is not good.
Oh, those. Yeah, right.
What?
You remember those?
right, so,
I forget what they're called. Tarantatex?
Oh no.
Yeah.
The
I
Jedi
can't-
eating things. I mean, to be fair, I'm probably pretty decent against them. Have I woken up from all this insanity?
Please tell me that Eaton was hiding out here and he's helping out and he's gonna come in here to help save the day. I mean, that would be great.
right, so, so there's this screeching, howling roar, and you kind of make it you can see pretty dang well what is coming out of this altar, what used to be the altar. These three hulking beasts, not really, like, about, quarter the size of a Rancor. They're still pretty big, but they're not that gigantic. They are very armored, long forearms, kind of this plated, spiky armor, and tusks very clearly coming out of where their mouths are. They're climbing out of the rubble, and you see one come out, and you can tell now that they're really close and you're awake, you can tell there are three of them that are coming up the tunnel. So we'll say that one of them is actually out because they can't all fit, but you can tell that there are these other two out there that are coming. And we're gonna take a break.
Yes.
Yeah, Anthony.